This is Aztec 101 in the ring. And, I today was supposed to be just a regular fucking press conference for a good fight. That's all you needed. You just needed a normal press conference. This fight can sell on merit alone. Not too many fights can say they can do that. You got two undefeated fighters in their prime. Unification fight, 147, a very popular division. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. How the fuck can you not sell this fight without controversy? But in the end, you still got Angel Garcia popping off at his mouth, and Danny Garcia's got to put a mute button. He's got a mic check. Uh, his father, he's got to. This is a bad representation on him because if your father's speaking for you, then he represents you. One of the things that kind of struck out was that you know Angel Garcia has done this before. He went at it with Amir Khan, then he sounded hella suspect when he was going at it with Terrence Crawford. Now he's in Keith Thurman's face calling him the N word left and right. No one says shit. And it just looked bad. I mean, it even looked bad how none of I just found it kind of weird. None of the reporters mentioned anything about that altercation. Like, hey, Keith Thurman, how do you feel? You were just called an N word in front of national TV. I mean, this fight's going to be on CBS. All the major reporters were there. They watched this shit. Cameras were filming. You just saw Angel Garcia call Keith Thurman to his face, called him the N word, called him a bitch. It was not a term of endearment. Shut the fuck up with that shit. And Angel has already come off and as racist before. Then he fucking finishes it off with "Let's make America great again" and shouting out Trump. You know what I mean? And this is where I want to say, like, I think you guys, you're not gonna really hear this type of shit from any other channel because of the perspective that I have. But when it comes down to Angel Garcia, I'm just saying, like, don't let him use that "I'm Puerto Rican" card. Don't let him pull that card on you because it's worked before for a lot of people. It's worked before. And with this guy, don't let it fly. I know a lot of people are probably like, well, you know what? Some Puerto Ricans, they have black blood in them. Angel Garcia needs paperwork to prove that he's black. If you need paperwork, if you need a fucking DNA test or fucking grandmother's picture or some shit like that, then maybe you shouldn't be using the word. Here's the thing, too. I've been seeing a lot of comments, people saying, well, the only people that have a problem with this, only Latinos are white Latinos or Mexicans because they don't get a pass for saying it. Like, we don't want to pass. I'm telling you, I'm going to be speaking for all the real Mexican Americans in California. We do not want to pass for using the N word. If you hear one of our people saying the N word as a black man, you should go off on them. Green light, automatic. Period. That's how these youngsters are going to learn. Because I don't want that bullshit like how it's going on in the East Coast, how it's normal and it's cool for a lot of Latinos to use, the N word. And here's the thing, man. Personally, I don't associate myself as a part of that conglomerate where they want to put everybody as Latino. I'm Mexican American. You know what? And it's not just me that separates myself. It's like everyone else separates themselves too. The Cubans separate themselves. The Puerto Ricans separate themselves. They don't want to be associated as Mexicans. Actually, in New York, if you call a Puerto Rican a Mexican, that's a diss, right? So that's how it is in the East Coast. In the East Coast, I know how Puerto Ricans move around. You know what I mean? Like they move around a little bit different. My whole thing is Angel Garcia is a different situation than from what you guys are used to. You guys are probably used to seeing your friends say it, whatever. This guy right here has had a history. Get your friends out of that shit. I don't care if you got a Puerto Rican friend that uses the N word and you're cool with it. This guy has had a history of saying racist shit. Period. So if you look into it and you're on the fence of how you feel about it, you think maybe this might be racist. All I'm saying is he's got all the signs. That's it. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.